Subsection 2. Any person who is arrested or detained shall be informed as soon as is reasonably practical in a language that he understands of the reason for his arrest or detention, and shall be permitted at his own expense to retain and instruct without delay a legal representative of his own choice, and to hold private communication with him. And in the case of a person who has not attained the age of 18 years, he shall also be afforded a reasonable opportunity for communication with his parent or guardian. That was your Constitutional Minute for today. Bahamians everywhere, know your rights.
This is the ZNS Network, providing radio and high-definition television services for the entire Bahamas. ZNS Network is operated by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. It is located at Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive, Centerville, Nassau. Our programming is designed to inform, educate, and entertain. We invite you to join us.
The following is a preamble of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Whereas 481 years ago, the rediscovery of this family of islands, rocks and keys, heralded the rebirth of the New World. And whereas the people of this family of islands, recognizing that the preservation of their freedom will be guaranteed by a national commitment to self-discipline, industry, loyalty, unity, and an abiding respect for Christian values and the rule of law. Now, know we therefore, we the inheritors of and successors to this family of islands, recognizing the supremacy of God and believing in the fundamental rights and freedoms of the individual, do hereby proclaim in solemn praise the establishment of a free and democratic sovereign nation, founded on spiritual values, and in which no man, woman, or child shall ever be slave or bondsman to anyone, or their labor exploited, or their lives frustrated by deprivation, and do hereby provide by these articles for the indivisible unity and creation under God of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
More than 47,000 electronic devices, many with data, were distributed to public school students. Increased access to the University of the Bahamas, that in addition to free tuition there since 2018. And housing allowance for UB's Family Island students.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths in the Bahamas and in Bahamian women. At present, we are unable to prevent breast cancer, but performing screening mammograms can detect breast cancer at its earliest when there are no symptoms and when it is more likely to be treated successfully. All women should have a primary health care provider who is aware of their medical history, family history, and risk factors. Women 40 to 45 years can choose whether to start screening in consultation with their physician. All women 45 to 54 years should have an annual mammogram. Women older than 55 years can have a yearly mammogram or choose to have one every 2 years. Monthly breast self-exams in conjunction with the mammogram can increase the odds of early detection. Be proactive about your health.
During this pandemic, it is our duty to ensure that all citizens, residents, and visitors are adhering to the COVID-19 safety protocols. Every business establishment must have distance markers 6 feet apart, indicating where each customer must stand at check-in points. Have a hand sanitizing station visible at the entrance of the store for all customers to sanitize their hands before entering the store. I am Ambassador Otario Farangen of the COVID-19 Enforcement Unit. Save a life that may be yours.
This message brought to you by the Ministry of National Security in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
It's Monday, July 19, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, the PM answers questions about an early election. Beware of cybercrimes. And the price of bread just went up. So let's start the morning off right. Opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you miss them. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend, and the smile on your face says this is a big week for you.
Definitely. I'm going to be all...
I came to work this morning, folks. Everybody came. I saw this big truck park outside. I said, what are you doing here so early? Say, we are bringing the gifts early for LaDawn. So many gifts we have for her. Yes, LaDawn will be in a birthday mood all weekend. You don't look a day over 60.
Yeah, I think that's due to less stress and,
So how was the weekend?
Pretty good. Quite a restful one. Rained a little, but I'm sure you had a great weekend.
I had a rest weekend too. I didn't do much. Just spent a lot of time. Maybe I beached a lot on the weekend.
You really?
Yeah, I went back.
Which beach is this?
I can't tell you, man. I can't tell you, man.
And I know Lloyd has an interesting story in the package this morning. Samsung, I'm sure you get them.
I have a Samsung,
they call $1 million they want to give you.
Be careful of all those calls that's coming out to answer every call.
I blocked them. I just blocked all of them. So I don't have that problem anymore. And then we also have, I know the NBA Finals tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. I think that it may be over, but I'm hoping that DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns can go to game number 7. We also have ASP Peters in here this morning. Gonna give us some crime tips. Had a pretty good weekend. Not much crime. Thank you.
Oh, gosh. And then we have the trivia.
Yeah, we have the trivia now. Let me say this now. Let me say this, LaDawn. This is a gift for our viewers. We want to give the viewers, everybody, a chance to win. So if you won in the last week or so, give somebody else a chance. We just want to keep giving out to encourage our viewers to say thank you very much. But let's put the trivia question up on the board. Who is Sir Randall Fawkes, known as 502-7830? That's the number to call, 502-7830, and you can win yourself this nice school bag, all courtesy of Janae's. I wish I was still in school so I could have won this. There's a 3-piece set of a lunch kit inside, also another piece so you can win it. Let's share the prizes, folks. Let's share the prizes. Let's see who's going to call and win this prize here this morning. But let's now take it out to the streets where our Lloyd Allen is standing by. Monday morning traffic.
Well, of course, a great start to the Monday morning. This morning, your first look at traffic coming in from Zion Boulevard and Blue Hill Road South. As you can see in the background here, it's a busy busy start to the morning. Many persons taking this westbound lane. And so, of course, if you're driving through this area, it's a smooth flow, but expect a slight delay. In other parts of the capital, again, we do want to remind you of some ongoing roadworks that may create some delay to your daily commute. Today, we're also joined by Corporal Christopher Wins from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, who's giving us an update on traffic developments over the past 24-hour period.
Good morning, Lloyd. Good morning, Bahamas. Over the past 24 hours, we would have had a total of 7 accidents, 4 of which were minor damages and 3 with injuries. At this time, we have 5 hospitalized victims as a result of those traffic accidents.
All right, a great update there. Of course, this morning we're also talking about persons approaching intersections, making that left or right turn, or going straight ahead. What advice do you have for motorists?
Okay, normally when we have that left turn, you have to give way when you're trying to make that left turn. It's not an automatic left turn. If your light is on green, then it's an automatic left turn, but still to make sure you still look right. But once your light is on green, on red, you have to give way. The vehicles that whatever direction they are traveling from, if they're going in that same direction as you, please ascertain your way clear and just continue on. But it is paying dividends in regards to traffic management and traffic obstruction. We haven't seen much accidents as a result of those left turns being made. But for precautionary reasons, we still like to advise the motor public.
All right, so great update there. Of course, LaDawn official. LaDawn, it's just a few days before that big day coming up on Friday. I hope you're ready. And now a look at your Monday weather.
We are waking up to 81 degrees, partly cloudy, winds east-southeast at 8 miles per hour, humidity 78%. A shallow plume of moisture over the area will elevate shower chances across the Bahamas. Meanwhile, the surface ridge, anchored just to the north of the country, will generate moderate to fresh breezes across the island chain today. For the central and southeast Bahamas, weather partly cloudy, very warm and breezy, with quick passing showers and isolated thunderstorms throughout tonight. For the northwest Bahamas, weather variably cloudy, hot and humid with isolated showers and the chance of an afternoon thunderstorm today, becoming a bit warm with persisting showers tonight. Your daytime high temperature 91 degrees Fahrenheit, overnight low 75. As we look ahead to Tuesday, weather variably cloudy and hot with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms in the northwest and central Bahamas, turning partly sunny, hazy and breezy with a few stray showers in the southeast Bahamas. Tuesday, daytime high temperature 89 degrees, night 79. And for Wednesday, partly sunny to sunny, hot, hazy and breezy with a few isolated showers across all areas. Expect 90 in the day, 80 at night.
Political reports have surfaced that an early general election is imminent, while ZNS News has yet to receive any official confirmation on whether Parliament will prorogue in a matter of days. Here's what Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, had to say about the matter in Eleuthera on Friday.
I've said repeatedly, and it's been demonstrated repeatedly, I always prepare at least 1 year in advance. I'm one of those who believe in preparation, and we're going through our preparation. In the event things should change, we're ready.
Well, if the general election bell rings soon, Progressive Liberal Party leader Philip Brave Davis is strongly encouraging all Bahamians who need to have their voter registration information updated to do so at the earliest opportunity. His comments came during a press conference at the PLP's Farrington Road headquarters on Sunday.
I want to emphasize how critical it is that every Bahamian have a fair opportunity to register to enable them to vote, with no undue burden placed on them as they exercise this most fundamental right of citizens in a democracy.
Now to the latest on the COVID-19 pandemic. 100 positive COVID-19 cases reported by health officials Sunday, the first triple-digit total in months. The majority of those cases recorded right here in New Providence, that number 83, followed by 7 in Grand Bahama, 7 in Eleuthera, 2 in Exuma, and 1 in Abaco, pushing the total count nationwide to 13,566, with 1,100 of them active. Gender-wise, those 100 cases are split right in the middle, 50 men and 50 women infected. COVID-19 hospitalizations also on the rise. 76 cases now on record, 13 persons detained in the intensive care unit, and 63 listed as moderately ill. 3 new recovered cases brings that number to 12,108. 547 COVID-19 tests recently administered, and the COVID-19 death toll stands at 273, with 22 deaths under investigation. Meantime, nearly 100,000 residents have been vaccinated. The National COVID-19 Committee's weekly vaccine tracker released Sunday confirmed that 99,755 vaccine doses have been administered, 60,389 first doses, and 39,366 persons are fully vaccinated. 43,660 New Providence residents have gotten their first jab, and there are 28,809 fully vaccinated New Providence residents. 8,738 first doses have been given in Grand Bahama and 5,924 second doses. Eleuthera, Abaco, and Exuma have recorded more than 1,000 residents getting the COVID-19 vaccine. The Princess Margaret Hospital is in urgent need of all types of blood. You can visit the hospital's blood bank between 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays to donate blood. It is no secret that COVID-19 has impacted businesses nationwide. In the telecommunications sector, COVID-19 threw a monkey wrench in the plans for officials at Alive. However, CEO John Gomez declared the pandemic has been a learning experience and the company is capitalizing on the positives.
We are now accelerating certain initiatives due to the pandemic because of the behavior of our customers, the demands on the network. It now enables us to be able to provide a level of service now to our customers that they've been asking for much more quicker than what we've done in the past.
The passport office here in the capital will be closed today and Tuesday. The closure comes after several employees tested positive for COVID-19 and another employee unfortunately passed away. The Ministry of Health surveillance team is conducting proper contact assessment of staff members. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs apologizes for any inconvenience caused. And from the crime beat, police shut down several Bay Street stores Sunday that were in violation of Emergency Powers COVID-19 orders. Now, according to Police Press Liaison Officer Assistant Superintendent Audley Peters, those merchants who were attempting to open their stores to accommodate tourists were not authorized to do so.
The officers were alerted and went out to the business establishment early. And in 4 instances, they met individuals who were attempting to open their stores. They would have advised those merchants to close their stores because they did not have the requisite authority. And those persons would be persons who are not providing food or grocery items in the vicinity. At the moment, as it stands, the emergency order only stipulates a person selling food and grocery items to be open on Sunday.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. leaving Sunday's game in Philadelphia in the first inning after injuring himself on this diving catch on a ball hit by Bryce Harper. It was deemed a left shoulder contusion, and X-rays were negative, and he will undergo further examination today as the Miami Marlins travel to Washington to begin a 3-game series. Jazz has already spent a few weeks on the injured list this season due to a hamstring injury and also missed a few games while battling through a bad ankle. Miami lost this game 7-4 and dropped to 40-53 win-loss record on the season. 9.5 games out of first place in the National League East. Skipper Don Mattingly on Jazz injury.
Kind of one of those days you start off hopeful where you're at and hopefully able to put 2 on the board. You don't get either one. And then you see Jazz go down and you see Coop go down. Obviously, I think Jazz had some X-rays and that came back negative. Coop obviously just happened, so I'm sure we'll do more testing in D.C. to find out, see exactly what's going on with both guys.
And when we come back, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. We'll explain right after this.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
That's why we got the
Persons are strapped for cash. Law enforcement agencies regionally are challenged with an increase in cyber crimes. The morning team spoke recently with Shakisha McPhee, Detective Sergeant of the Royal Bahamas Police Force Digital Forensic Unit, who said that the Samsung scam is on the rise. Persons are contacted through social media by a supposed company representative, claiming that the Samsung user won a large sum of money.
We have people who actually go and borrow money from family or friends, or even from the bank, with the hopes of gaining this $800,000. So please, if you're a victim to this, or this happened to you, if you know somebody, if you went through this before and you heard a friend or family talking about it, please advise them not to, and you could report it to us. They do use all social media platforms, the common ones: Facebook, WhatsApp, Snapchat, and our Instagram. They also clone your profile. So another thing too, you have to privatize your settings.
From crime problems to solutions. Well, joining us live here in studio to talk about how we can put a dent in our crime problem is Assistant Superintendent of Police and Press Liaison Officer Audley Peters. ASP Peters, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Good morning, LaDawn. Thank you for having me this morning. Good morning, Bahamas.
So ASP Peters, what can we do to prevent and reduce the crime wave in this country?
Well, we can do a number of things in reducing crime. As we are aware that crime is either against the person or against the property. In relations to crime against the person, the first step to do is develop a level of emotional intelligence, because as human beings, we have conflicts and they would arise from time to time. And so it is incumbent upon us to develop the skills to navigate these conflicts so that they don't result in assaults that even sometimes lead to murder. In relations to crime against property, we suggest to members of the public to ensure that they don't create opportunities to be victims of crime by leaving personal items on their lawns, personal items and vehicles, which give a would-be suspect an opportunity to which would give the suspect an opportunity to steal your items from you.
How difficult can you say policing is in a 21st century Bahamas?
Well, our population has changed. They've become more combative. They've become more confrontational. However, there are consequences for their behavior, and we've been able to raise to the challenge from day to day. We appeal to individuals to be supportive of their police, because we act on information. We come to a scene as a result of someone calling the police, feeling aggrieved. And so when we step on a scene, we expect to act in accordance to law to deal with the perpetrator. We're finding that there are bystanders who are stepping in, obstructing justice, taking its course, and they can find themselves before the court if they continue to harass the police in the execution of their duties.
And how are police officers like yourself coping amidst COVID-19 and everything else that's going on in the country?
Well, you know, we have a philosophy: adjust, strategize, and triumph. And so in the past year and a half or so, we've been able to cope with the issue of COVID. And I want to take this opportunity to highlight my colleagues who have been doing a yeoman's task in dealing with the crime issues and dealing with the unrest that arise as a result of COVID. In particular, I want to highlight also the officers at the Criminal Investigations Department who've been doing a tremendous job in dealing with the high rate of crime that's been plaguing us recently. The success rate is commendable. I'm advised, based on a presentation that I've seen, where the level of solvency has risen from 53% from last year to 70% this year from the beginning of January to June. And so we've simply adjusted, we've strategized, put our heads together, and we're making good success. We're not all the way there, and our successes are based on our assistance from members of the public with the use of technology and the support in CAS that we've been given to get this job done. I want to assure the members of the public that your police is working on your behalf with your assistance. We won't give up this fight. We encourage you to continue to support us as we go about dealing with this issue of crime.
ASP Peters, hats off to you and the work you guys are doing over there to ensure that we are safe in this country. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition.
You're more than welcome, and thank you for having me.
And as we head to the break, we take a look back at a day in Bahamian history. On the same day back in 1960, the traffic department implemented pedestrian crossings at various intersections in the city. And in 1977, the Progressive Liberal Party won the general election in a landslide.
Here are your COVID-19 isolation tips. Protecting others while in quarantine or self-isolation. While in quarantine or self-isolation, use safety measures to protect yourself and community from spreading COVID-19. Being in quarantine or self-isolation can make you feel anxious or stressed. Ensure that you take care of your emotions. Physical distancing does not mean socially disconnected. Stay connected with family and friends digitally. Keep a daily routine. Exercise daily, get rest, eat healthy, engage in activities, avoid unhealthy behaviors, and seek information from credible sources. You are not alone. Contact our hotline at 819-7652 or any of the numbers that appear on your screen.
Well, get ready to cough up a few cents more for one of your favorite breadbasket items. This is a staple brand in Bahamian grocery stores finds itself jacking up their prices. That's Purity Bakery Limited announcing a price increase in the cost of their iconic bread, rolls, and sweets. The company making the tough decision in an effort to offset the increased cost of doing business brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. This move after food supply chains across North America struggled to keep current costs at bay. Now, according to a statement from the company, the quote, modest increase in prices takes effect on Monday, August the 2nd.
Well, as the nation continues to celebrate its 40th anniversary of independence, we feature a Grand Bahamian farmer who says the implementation of technology can change traditional farming methods moving forward. Northern Service reporter Jamelia Missick has that story.
My name is Terrence Roberts, Managing Director at Berkshire Bahamas Farms.
Berkshire Bahamas Farms is a family-owned farm established back in May 2019. The farm is the home of some 90 pigs, chickens, and crops on a small scale. Robert says two of their main focuses are sustainability and community.
Right now, we believe that as Bahamians, we have lost our way, where our parents and grandparents started out with farming and raising food for ourselves to eat. And at this point now, you know, we just used to going to get fast food and knowing nothing about being outside. So we feel like right now is the time where we can also inspire young kids. So we do farm tours and we allow them to come out to see the pigs, the chickens that we raise. We're supported by a number of organizations like the SBDC. We were in programs like the SBR and now with the World Central Kitchen. And also the government is having some incentives where they're assisting with some donations because we all understand what's going on right now in the country. And like I said, we have to be able to feed ourselves.
The Bahamas imports $1 billion worth of food. $600 million of that includes fruits and vegetables, meat, and poultry. Robert talks the benefits of locally grown product as opposed to importing.
The good thing about raising pigs is the turnover rate is very quick. The gestation period is just about 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So you can turn over at least 10 pigs per litter. So if you have 10 sows, that's about an average of 100 piglets every 6 months. So with that being the case, and also with pigs, they grow very quickly. So that's one of the main reasons we chose pigs. And it's one of the largest consumed items. And usually it's one of the cheapest items. But with our product, we raise them for a higher quality market.
Roberts, a young farmer, says there are more like-minded individuals like himself joining the industry.
But I took a trip 2 years ago, and I sat with one of my uncles in Exuma, Kenneth Bull, who raises his own pigs, and he harvests them for his own restaurant. So he's able to turn them over, and it just made economic sense to me. And when I started looking at the problems that we have in our society and the solutions that we can provide to fix that, I figured, you know what, it's prime time to get involved in that.
He says the implementation of technology can change the traditional way of farming by making your system more structured and more efficient, a route he soon plans to take.
We're going into the pasture now, so we're setting up some posts and we're running electric fencing. So it's low voltage, but the animals are very smart. Once you train them young, they get a little zap and they're trained, okay, once I see that line, I won't cross that anymore. But it also cuts down the cost and you can use a larger space. And also what makes a lot of sense with that, you're able to rotate your land. So if you leave the animals on that plot of land for a few weeks, they'll root it up, but they'll also fertilize it. And once you're able to allow that to rest for a bit, then you can move the animals and grow crops there as well. So I mean, there are a lot of ways that we can, and methods that we can use to develop the way farming is, and with the use of technology. And also that I've noticed that a lot of farmers are so traditional, they write things down, but they forget that, hey, you can use computers, you can use QuickBooks, you can treat it as a business.
Well, this past weekend, temperatures soaring in the capital to a sweltering 88 degrees, with many claiming to feel like we were in the triple digits. Well, but as the summer heat blazes on our Lord, Alan has offered some advice on the vehicle and your tints. We're going to take a break here and be right back with that story.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pinder. During this global pandemic, we ask for you to be responsible. As we fight the COVID-19 virus together, we would like to encourage you to do the following. Wash your hands. Cover your mouth and nose with a flex elbow or tissue when coughing and sneezing. Practice social distancing by staying 6 feet apart. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth, and if you must go out, wear a mask. We stay here for you. Please stay home for us. To those of you on the front line, we salute you as we continue this fight together.
This message has been brought to you by the Ministry of Health in conjunction with GD Media Solutions and this television station.
So we have a winner. Tomorrow, yeah. But we do have a winner, Michaela Cartwright. She guessed the right answer. What is Sir Randall Fox known as? He is known as the father of labor. And you can pick up your prize today right here from the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. All courtesy of Janae's Uniform Center. Boy, I wish I was taking this bag home today. This one is really nice, Michaela. Yeah. You're going to love this bag. Yeah. And don't forget to tune in every day for your trivia from Janae's, and we'll be giving out prizes. And this is a big weekend for LD, the big
25. And be sure to stay tuned to the ZNS Network for news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day. Then you can tune into the Northern Edition and the Bahamas Tonight at 7. And that's a wrap for us this morning for the entire team.
Have a blessed day, everybody.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Hello and welcome to the start of the second season of My Child and I, where we get together every week to look at how can we better raise this region's children. And during our season break, we heard from some parents via the Facebook and on the website, and it's clear that it's time to talk about